Hello. Hi. So I messed up bad. So this is what happened. I accidentally deleted some of the footage. So I had to retake it. So I'm not going to be as in detail as I was with my original footage, but I'm just giving you like a summarized version of ancient history, SOR, and visual arts because that's the footage that I lost. So yeah, enjoy the video. Hi. So this video is basically just my thoughts, feelings, experiences all through the HSC. I gotta say, I was a little bit slack with filming, so please excuse that. I was, dealing with a lot. So yeah, just watch me be stressed basically for a month. Enjoy the video, I guess, and let's go to the 16th of October. Hi. So right now it is 11:33 p.m. and it is the night before the HSC starts. I'm all packed up. I've packed all my flashcards and my notes that I need for tomorrow. I've got my earphones. I've got my ID, my clear Ziploc bag to be my pencil case. Got my pens, my stationery, water bottle. Yeah, I think I've got everything I need. The plan for tomorrow is to get to school pretty early. I think I'm hoping to get there at like 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. I wish 7 a.m. I think. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, good luck to future me, and we'll skip on over to tomorrow. I just woke up. It's 6:40 right now. I was gonna get up at 6, and then I thought, last night, because I couldn't sleep that well, I thought I would wake up no later than 6:20, and then I woke up this morning at 6:20, and I was like, I need another 20 minutes because I'm gonna die. So I just came home from English paper 1, my first ever HSC exam. And I will tell you all about that when I change into something a little bit more comfortable. Oh, that's better. So, English paper 1. How do I think I went? Terribly. So let me just describe. Let me just set this tone, set the setting, okay? I'm really into English right now. Of how my emotions were when I opened up the paper. First thing is, time management down the drain. I don't know what that means anymore. Clearly, because I did not even finish my exam. That's right. I didn't finish, section 1, I didn't finish the last question, which was I think it was a 5 or a 4 mark question. And then for section 2, the extended response on the crucible, your essay, oh my gosh, okay. So like halfway through the essay, I was like, I'm gonna run out of time. I'm not gonna be able to write 3 body paragraphs. So I wrote 2, and then I started writing a conclusion, and then time was up. That was it. So I bombed it basically. I was really hoping that I could at least get a low B in English, because anything higher than that is a rare opportunity for me. So that's what I was hoping. But now, considering how I've done, I'm probably gonna get a C- because of how bad I did. Because I didn't even do one of the questions. I left completely blank. Completely blank. That's 4 or 5 marks instantly gone. And I didn't even write a complete essay. It's not even the fact that I didn't finish my conclusion. It's the fact that I couldn't even write a whole nother body paragraph, which is the standard for an essay. And that is so bad. Considering it's my birthday, that's why the bloody balloons are there. It is not a great 18th. And I really, really don't know how I'm gonna go with everything. I know with trials, with paper 1, my God, sorry, I just need to fix this. It keeps sliding. So considering with how I went in paper 1, in trials, I actually did the same thing. So I ran out of time, and I just repeated the exact same pattern. with paper 2, I was able to finish everything. I stuck to a time, like I stuck to time management. I was really good. But when I got my things, my feedback, it said that it wanted, but when I got my feedback back, they wanted more content and like more context as well. So I was like, okay, I need to like really practice on writing faster and writing more within like a rigid time, and writing more within a rigid time schedule. So I don't know, oh my gosh, I'm really, really disappointed, to say the least. Definitely not going to get my Go ATAR because of this, which is really, really disappointing and just so unmotivating. The beginning of this, like, to start out my first exam like this really feels quite shitty, and I'm really feeling like unmotivated right now to just do anything, because why bother? It's not like I'm going to get better, you know. It's a but yeah, I just feel really disappointed in myself. Starting out the HSC like this is really unmotivating, and I'm super disappointed with myself. So after saying all that, I really, really hope that paper 2 is far better than paper 1, and I'll see you guys tomorrow before the exam. Hi, so I actually forgot to film before English paper 2, so this morning. So I'm just gonna kind of tell you how I felt this morning, and yeah, before I get into how I'm feeling now. So this morning, I was not in a great mood, not because of English paper 2 per se, but it's because I didn't sleep at all the night before. Like, I did sleep, but the most I slept was 2.5 hours, and that was it. And it wasn't because I was studying, grinding, working hard. No, it was literally just because I couldn't sleep. Like, I had never had insomnia like this bad before. Like, sure, I've had my nights where like I haven't been able to go to sleep for a few hours, but I went into bed at 9, I think it was 9:30. I was like, you know what, I can go on my phone for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then if I can get to bed before 10, I can wake up early and like I can start studying, like start revising. And my plan was like, if I can go to bed at like 10 and wake up at 5, I was like, I was happy with that. I did not go to bed till after 4:30 a.m. It was the worst like case of insomnia that I've had for like a really long time. It was just so bad. So when I woke up this morning, I woke up at, it's like 6:30. I don't know, I think I woke up at 6, and then I think I woke up at 6:20. And then I don't think I actually got out of bed I didn't get out of bed until after 6:20. I didn't get out of bed until after 6:30, I think. I was feeling tired, but I wasn't feeling more tired than like just getting a like bad night's sleep where you only get, you know, 5 hours or something like that. Like I didn't feel like, it didn't feel like I had only slept for like 2.5 hours. It felt like I had gotten a bit more sleep than that. So at least that was okay. I had a cold brew coffee, so like that woke me up definitely. And like, I don't know how, but I like became alive. like I resurrected or something, because I was okay. I actually made it through the day. Yeah, leading up till the exam, like I actually woke up quite well, and like I was actually like able to function like I usually do. So yeah, that was actually quite good. So yeah, that's how I felt before the exam. And now I'm about to talk about how I feel now. So paper 2, I actually think it was easier than paper 1. Don't hate me, but I think it was easier. I'm gonna be real. Okay, so For Module A, I had to do King Richard III by Shakespeare and Looking for Richard by Al Pacino. And like, that was probably my best module. Like, it was probably the one I knew the most about and like studied the most about as well. So I was feeling confident in that. I should have prepared myself a bit more. Like, I feel like I prepared more for trials for English than I did for HSC, which is not great to say, but it's over now. So we'll just go through each module. So Module A, I actually liked it. The question was super broad and I was able, you could apply it to anything. So I actually liked that a lot. I think for Module A, I wrote 5 and like a half, like a third pages. So I got into a 6-page and then yeah, I only wrote like a third of that, or maybe a quarter. Yeah, it was like, you know, like it was part of my conclusion, so yeah. But yeah, so that wasn't bad, so I'm happy with how much I wrote there. And my writing didn't get super messy, which is really good because my writing does tend to get really bad. It looks like hieroglyphics by the end of an exam, so yeah. For Module B, okay, well, I hate Emma, as everyone knows. But the question wasn't that bad. It was a bit weird. I'm trying to remember what it was. So I've been sitting here for about 5 minutes trying to remember what the Module B question was. And I just can't think of it. But I'll tell you my thoughts on it anyways. So when I looked at the Module B question, whatever it was, I remember thinking that it was like quite broad, so I was able to really just put anything in there, and then I was just able to kind of like put any theme I want and just kind of connect it, you know. So that wasn't that bad actually. Module C was a bit weird. I must say, like the extract we had to read for advanced, it was like, when I read it, I had to read it a couple times to kind of like get the gist of what was actually happening. And I was like, and then when they just told us to, the reflection is what caught me off guard, because I really wasn't sure if there was going to be a reflection or not. I was kind of hoping there wouldn't be, but yeah, for Module C, it definitely did catch me off guard. Like the extract we had to read was kind of confusing. I had to read it a couple times to get the gist of what was actually happening and like what So the extract for Module C that we had to read was actually kind of confusing. I had to actually read it a couple times to understand what was happening. And the question how they just wanted us to evoke motion or something. Like evoke an emotion. And I was like, what? Oh my, I don't know what to write. And I was like, so I wrote a discursive. Didn't do imaginative because I'm not that creative on the spot, and I feel like discursive you can get away with like babbling to yourself, but like I finished the discursive and then I started writing my reflection and then time was up, so I didn't actually get to finish, which is a big bummer, and I'm definitely going to lose a lot of marks. But I think my discursive didn't connect to what they were asking or to the extract at all. But I'm actually pretty like okay, like I'm not feeling super bad about it. It was definitely better than paper 1. Paper 1 was an absolute monstrosity, and we are never going to talk about paper 1 ever again, okay? She's out of our lives. But yeah, I am actually just really relieved to be finished with English. I feel like my HSC is going to be a lot easier from here on out, knock on wood. But yeah, I think having English first is a real like that kills some kids, dude. Like that's tough. It's real tough, but I guess it's over and done with now, so that's what I'm really happy about. So that was my experience with English paper 2. I'm glad it is finished. My next exam is actually entertainment, so I'll see you guys in 6 days. Bye. So right now it is, sorry, I'm at the school library and I'm trying to be quiet, even though I'm in a room. But I don't know if people outside can hear me. But it is, I think 12:25 right now. My entertainment exam is at 1:55. And I am very underprepared. I am like really freaking out. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have a panic attack, but let's hope I don't. Yeah, right now I'm like very, very stressed. I've been trying to study. I've been going through like these flashcards. I've gone through these 2 sets, and then I'm halfway through this set right now, and I still have to go through these 3. My plan is to, after I've gone through this one, so I've gone through half of the full deck, then I'm going to read through the books for each of the topics that I've just gone through, and then after that I'll do the other half of the deck, and then I'll read through the books for that. I'm hoping to have enough time. After that, I printed some past papers, and I was really hoping to do some some practice on the multiple choice and the short answer questions, because I always find that the short answer questions I do really bad on for some reason. Even though like I'll do like okay, like fairly well for the essays, and usually I do like fairly well for the multiple choice, but like the short answer questions, I don't know what it is, they just get me. So yeah, I'm feeling really stressed right now. Like, I keep having like shortness of breath, and it's like it's freaking me out, like seriously. But yeah, it's my mum's birthday today, so I got up at like 7 to go and surprise her with a gift and stuff, and then I went back to bed after, and I think I got roughly around 6.5 hours of sleep, so I'm a bit tired, but I've had my Red Bull, so you know, and I actually ate like breakfast. I had Subway. It was really good, but yeah, I'm feeling, oh, that's a bell. I'm feeling quite stressed right now, and like I have butterflies in my stomach. Like, it's crazy. Like, I didn't have this for English. For English, I was just like normal stressed, you know, where you just like, oh, you just feel like cloudy and stuff. But this is like anxiety. But yeah, so I'm not feeling that great about it. I really wish I just had one more day, and then I feel like I'd be able to nail it. I really wanted to do well for entertainment because it was like the one subject I'm actually good at, you know, sometimes anyways. So I'm like having a mini breakdown right now, but everything's like contained. It's really weird. Like, last night was the first time I actually felt like crying over the HSC, and like that was like a new goal for me. Like, I'm usually a very emotional person, but I feel like school has like degraded me so much that my emotions just don't come out as much anymore, and that like it's like a blank wall, you know. It's like weird, but yeah, I guess I'll see you after the exam. Bye. Hi. So, it's currently 1 a.m. and I actually forgot to film after my exam, like for the whole afternoon and the whole night, and I just remembered now, so I'm gonna do this now. So the entertainment exam, I gotta be honest, right before we were about to go in, I was pretty stressed. I was on the verge of like falling down a deep dark hole, and I was like, oh no. I just really wasn't in the mood for an exam, if that makes sense. I know obviously like who was ever in the mood for an exam, but I was just like, I just wanted to do it, like just not right that minute, you know what I mean? But yeah, it actually wasn't that bad. I think the questions were actually quite fair, and I managed to finish everything. I finished with about 5-10 minutes to spare, so that was pretty good. So I was able to read over some stuff. The short answer questions actually weren't that bad. I felt like I answered them to the best of my abilities, though there were some questions where I was like, oh, if I just did that extra bit of study, I would have actually known the proper detailing of this and not like BS'd it. But I don't know, I guess we're gonna have to wait. So I'll see you before the ancient history exam. Bye. Okay, so because the footage for ancient history and SOR and visual arts got deleted, I'm just going to give you like a really quick summary of just all those exams combined. It's been a full week since all my HSC exams are finished, and I'm kind of loving it. I've definitely been a little bit bored, but yeah. Anyways, back to the exams. So I had ancient history on the 31st of October, Halloween. And I did not do well in that exam. I know I didn't do well because I barely studied and I finished pretty early. A lot of people actually left quite early for ancient history. And yeah, I just wasn't feeling confident about the exam. Personally, I don't like ancient history that much. So she wasn't something I was looking forward to. For the last section, I'm pretty sure it was Augustus. I didn't actually write that much at all. I'm really annoyed that they took out the multiple choice questions for ancient history, because I feel like that's the only like section of an exam paper for ancient history that I'd actually get marks for. So yeah, after I'd finished the exam, I was just so glad it was over after the exam. I was just so happy I was never gonna have to do another ancient history exam ever again. So yeah, that was basically ancient history. After I finished the exam, I went home, I slept, and then later that night I studied a little bit for SOR. So I had SOR on the 1st of November, and it was a morning exam as well as ancient history, and I was feeling pretty stressed about it. I was really hoping that once I started the exam, all the information would just come flooding out of my head and onto the paper. So yeah, I finished with about 5-10 minutes to spare, I think. And I think the exam was pretty fair. Like, all the questions were like super relevant to the syllabus, and they were quite similar to all the past papers. So I was actually pretty happy with how the exam turned out. I think there were 1 or 2 questions in the multiple choice that made me feel like I was guessing. But other than that, I wouldn't say the questions were easy, but I was definitely able to answer them, and I was definitely able to remember like relevant information. I just wished that I had studied more. But with all that being said, I just really wish that I studied more for SOR, because it was actually a subject I, like somewhat enjoyed, and I didn't actually mind studying for it. But if I just had a day in between ancient history and SOR, I feel like I would have performed a lot better. I don't think I will do like too bad, but I think I'll only get maybe average for the marks. So after SOR, I was living and breathing like my best life, honestly. It felt like I had finished my HSC exams. Like, it felt like I was free to just live my life, and I was loving it. So it was exactly a week from SOR that I would have my visual arts exam. So I studied for visual arts on the Monday, and then I studied for visual arts on the Thursday. And I did no other study because I'm just so great doing that. So visual arts was an afternoon exam. It started at 1:55 and ended at 3:30. And honestly, I don't think the questions were hard. I think the exam actually wasn't that bad. I just really wish that they would give me more time. The expectation of how much you're supposed to write and then the time limit you get just doesn't quite add up. For example, for section 2, the extended response, you get given seven pages in just one booklet. And so obviously they're expecting you to write, 6 to 7 pages, but you get 45 minutes to write that. And I'm like, hang on, are you okay? Like, compared to English, they expect you to write 4 or 5 pages, and you get 45 minutes for that, or 40 minutes, sorry. But I'm like, you know, like it's like impossible, like genuinely impossible. So I had to sacrifice the short answer questions to finish my extended response. I did my extended response first because I definitely wanted to get it out of the way. Because I started from the back, I finished my standard response in section 2 completely, and then I finished the 13-mark question of the unseen section, and then I finished about half of the 8-mark question for the unseen section, and then that's all I did. So there was another 4-mark, I think it was either 4 or 3-mark question that I didn't get to touch at all. So that's definitely a bummer. It's like, it's just a big loss. But honestly, like with how much they give you, with how many lines they give you to write, it's just, and you get 45 minutes for the unseen as well. It just really doesn't seem fair that they give you such a high expectation but such a low limit. But yeah, so after the exam, I was happy that it was done, but I was still feeling disappointed about just that I didn't get to write as much as I could, because I felt like I couldn't really showcase my abilities just because of how restrictive the time limit is. For those who are more gifted in the writing section of art and like analysing all that, you aren't given like the chance to really showcase your abilities. And personally, like, I was just kind of annoyed that like they kind of just screw you over a little bit. I'm like, please, like my major work wasn't good, like let me at least do good in this exam. And yeah, I don't know, I wrote 7 pages for the extended response because I just really wanted to write everything I could and everything that I felt that was relevant. And I know that in order to do that I had to sacrifice the unseen, but yeah, I was definitely feeling disappointed. But with all that being said, after that day, I think I went home and I think I just slept and then I ate. Like, I didn't have any big plans. Yeah, I was just relieved that it was all over. The HSC has definitely felt like a really long and drawn out month. Like, it hasn't even been a full month technically. And like, thinking about English, it feels so long ago, like so long. Like, it feels like I did English like 3 months ago or something, or like halfway through the year. Like, it just doesn't seem right. But yeah, so I guess that's the video. Sorry that I lost the footage. I was just dumb and I don't know how anything works. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. Yeah, no jokes. I don't even know. Actually, this summer, okay, I feel like because I have so much more time on my hands, school's over and I'm bored, I think I'm going to be filming a lot more videos and they're actually going to be good. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye. But there's an old man walking past my house and my blinds are open. Wow, his pants are up so high. Oh my gosh. Okay.